tonight, Chris Warren, who has 4 titles. Phil Ringener with 1 regional title feels after 13 years he is long overdue, and how true. Looking good this week, finishing 5th. A lot of effort put into that shot, Bo, but he left the 10-pin.
Well, he's kept the ball in play, and the key on the championship here, we showed you how the oil was placed on the lane down 40 feet, will be the right-hand lane. All the players in practice seem to have a pretty good shot to the left-hand lane, lane 59 here. And if they can hit the right-hand lane, it could be the key to victory. Easy spare for Ringener, good spare shooter across lane.
Phil gets it, sticking at the line. He's checking out his slide now. He was 19th last week at the AC Delco. His 11th television appearance. Now for a more experienced and a 4-time winner, 16th time on TV. Smallest and mightiest, 5'5", 115 pounds, Chris Warren of Dallas. All right. There's a lot of fans among viewers.
Nobody gets more on the ball for a player of this size as Chris Warren. 5-step delivery, high backswing, cupped wrist. Look at that at the top. The good pivot step, low profile at the line, slides about a foot behind the foul. And look at that good follow through and extension. And that's just all wrist action that makes that ball turn over right to left. He's on target.
He was 5th here last year. Just hanging on the edge. Bunch of benders here today.
Ooh. You're right, Chris, and if they can keep the ball around the 1-3, the power, the 3-pound, 6-ounce pins, the lightest pins available for bowling are in use today, they can throw some strikes.
With a spare up, here's Ringener of Big Spring, Texas. Crossing over and leaving the 5-pin. Young man that started at age 6. His parents owned a bowling establishment. His father still owns it.
Ringener with a lot of experience, a lot of it taught by his father, Chris. 5-step delivery, very conventional style. Has one little problem as he gets to the line. Sometimes he snaps his head up right there. You see it before he releases the ball and he pulls it off his target. But he's a very accurate player, and he can get hot.
And his best finish was in a long format championship at Brunswick Memorial. He was 2nd in 1989. Last year, 1 telecast. And he teamed with Steve Hoskins to finish 2nd in Beaumont behind the doubles winners, Del Ballard and Bob Benoit. Del Ballard keeping score today for us.
Phil Ringener, the full grip, barely touches his fingers into the hole past the first knuckle, spreads that index finger for control, and a good wrist action.
Okay, striking the 3rd for Ringener. And with a double up, here is a man that can increase his lead to 20. Four-pin.
Sends it out real wide. He had 21 balls in the gutter this week, and he knows he has to trust it wide to control that big hook. And if he gets it just a little bit farther out, it's in the gutter. Ball drifts a little high. You see the head pin impacting the 2-pin, the 2 flying around the 4, taking out the 7. Simple spare for Warren. He will lead by 10.
And that won his 4th title in Wichita last year. Bo mentioned 21 gutter balls. Earlier, Chris had this to say what effect it'll have on match play.
Well, I'm just being real aggressive anyhow, and that's where my ball's breaking the best and carrying the best from, so that's where I'm going to play, and if I'm fortunate enough to keep it on the lane, it's going to strike, and if it goes in the gutter, well, I got to make a spare.
Good attitude. Chris Warren is in the lead. We're in Las Vegas, celebrating our 30th anniversary year. The Las Vegas Strip looked like this 30 years ago, and then take a look how it looks today. He's president, CEO of Showboat Hotel, Casino, and Bowling Center. Good athlete himself, loves all sports, Frank Modica. We're glad that he joined us here today.
Phil Ringener up in the 4th frame, needs a strike to even the match.
Oh,
You could hear Ringener say, "Oh no," on that shot. Pulled the ball left of his target, broke up the 3-10 split, has an easy spare. He'll still trail by 10. See the ball pushing through. The head pin takes out the 6, 9, and 10. 3-pin, no problem.
Okay, Phil Ringener talked about working through some injuries he had suffered right here this week.
Well, Thursday morning I pulled a groin muscle in about the 7th game, and it kind of worried me. I thought I was going to have to withdraw, but it really helped me. It helped me slow down, and I made good shots and helped me keep aggressive.
And this week's bowling tip of the week is on speed control. Watch later on in the telecast. Now, Ringener up, trailing by 10, 5th frame.
And Phil leaves a 10-pin.
Well, we can see so far that neither player has had any trouble hitting the pocket on the left-hand lane. Lane 59, this 106-lane establishment. He leaves a solid 10. Not much you can do about it. Just stay there and keep plucking away. Ball bouncing a little bit as he lets go of it, and you'll see in another player we have on there, Mark Bauer, how far he lofts it over the lane later on in the matches.
All right. 268 bowlers starting here in another Showboat Invitational. And in that group, it took 211 average to make match play. Low game this week, 92.
Tommy Kress, one of my good friends, he had to be reeling a little bit or a little unlucky.
Tommy makes us all feel a little more human, though.
And Chris Warren gets a real good break that time. You see the ball hanging almost into the channel. It's really the spin on the ball that keeps it from dropping off into the channel. Look at it coming right into your living room, hanging right on the edge. Breaks high, breaks up the 4-10 split. Once again, an easy spare. He needs this to maintain an 11-pin lead through 5.
All right, this is an all-Texas first match. Chris Warren, a down